Hi, everybody. This is Rachel Wright with Verdant Strategies, and I'm here with Jeanne Sullivan, investor and advisor, well known in the cannabis industry. So thanks so much, Jeanne, for sitting with me. I've seen you around for a long time. A lot of people know you very well from ArcView and other endeavors. I would say, in light of, you have a talk coming up at Benzinga, right? You've been around for a while. You've seen a lot of trends. And I think there's a wealth of knowledge with that, a wealth of experience. What do you see the current ecosystem and landscape is right now?
Thank you so much for this conversation, Rachel. I've been watching you with my binoculars and I'm in awe of what you're building. I was in your session today, what you're saying. So I want to key off of that. I am so excited to see a very vibrant, reformulated conference here. I've been to this conference since it started, so many, many years. And it's got new energy. That's important. Next week at Benzinga, I am so delighted to be able to have a conversation with many investors and thought leaders. And I get the fun chance to do a no BS redacted conversation. Here's what we're talking about. We're saying to each other, what do you wish you knew 10 or 11 years ago? Boy, I can tell you one thing. I certainly thought legalization would have happened within the next 4 or 5 years. Well, forget that. And so now the important thing is, what can you do to thrive, to have your portfolio companies thrive, to have your clients thrive, to have your investments thrive, forgetting all the noise. It's important to do something that you said and brought out in the conversation in your session. Operational excellence. It's critical. And you have to just focus, not try to do too much, to make what you have in front of you happen, scale, be successful. I think that's the important thing about what's going on. So in our session next week, we're not going to tell fairy tales like, oh, legalization or S3 or safer banking. Forget it. We could have done it in the last presidency, and I'm disappointed we didn't. It's probably not going to happen in this one because he's too busy doing other things that are important to his agenda. And so what is critical is you really can thrive. You can thrive with your companies. Let me give you one example. I'm part of a fund that I helped found for ArcView. Really great companies are having trouble. Well, what can we do as investors? We can help them with follow-on financing. We can help find other investors that might want to come in. This is critical. And so I think there are real substantive things that you can do with what's in front of you.
Right. No, I love that. I love that. I see when investors come in, sometimes they are kind of handing over money. I think funds come in, the same thing. Obviously, we don't see a lot of capital movement nowadays. But the best thing that you can do is, first, if you're going to invest your money in a company, make sure they have a real management team, or you can actually participate in managing the company. I always love when investors come in with a management team where they have some skills and expertise that they can actually participate with the company to help in their success. And so I think that that's super helpful as well. I don't know how often that happens, but I do see sometimes investors coming in and lending in their area of expertise. But to me, it's very difficult to just put money into a business, and if they don't have a management team, it's a recipe for disaster. If you do have skills and abilities as an investor, participate. Keep an eye on how the financials are doing. Look for red, issues, red flags, and see what you can do to assist, or at least get them the right professionals that can assist. I think this is really, really important.
I think it's critical what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think that investors who care will bring in other resources to help shore up the team if needed, be it financial, look-see, additional insight, people that can really help them. And I think all those things are really important. Another thing you just mentioned is the lack of capital. It is true that right now, people who have invested in our industry, they've lost a lot of money. The public markets are way off. They're disappointed. They're not going to keep going. But guess what? Here I'm in New York, the finance capital of the world. There are net new people who want to invest.
True.
And so I think it's important also to be able to present great companies that have operational excellence, present them. So it's harder. It is true, it's harder, but it's not impossible.
Right.
And so that's exciting. And then one more thing. I am thrilled that I got a chance through my friend Jamie Pearson and New Holland Group to go to Europe and participate in something called the Tallman House.
I saw you
So
there.
thrilling.
Great job.
So thrilled. Thank you for that. It was thrilling for me to get a new view of what's going on. It's thrilling to then go to Brussels and also listen to and participate with parliamentary people and regulatory people from the EU. It is happening there. So again, if your brands or portfolio companies have any cross-border interest, that's another opportunity because they long for great companies and it's just nascent and at the early days of happening. In fact, I had a lot of fun telling audiences it's deja vu all over again. So let's not make the same mistakes and we can learn from them because they've already taken cannabis off the narcotics list. In Germany, at least, and other countries are following along. And it's federally legal for medical. Well, how exciting is that? So we can learn from their actions today also.
Absolutely. So on the advisory side, with all your wealth of knowledge and network, people that you know, which is also a valuable asset, what are you doing on the advisory side right now?
What am I doing or thinking about that?
Well, what are you offering on the advisory side? So
yes.
if somebody wanted to hire you, what would they think about hiring you
Yes,
for?
I think there's three really important areas.
Yeah.
A lot of companies really are looking for that exit. So I love the opportunity, working with Jamie on some of these, to be able to go to a company and help them get packaged and find a potential partner for them because there are those opportunities. The second thing that is really fun for me, and it is my stock in trade. I have been part of several funds. I ran a large tech fund here in New York. I know how to package a CEO and team to raise a financing, to show them how they can find the right investor, and then to teach them what to say when they get the meeting. The tools that are needed to finance are important, and I know how to do that, and I love doing that. And the third is really strategically taking a look at a company and saying, hey, maybe go left instead of right. Do you have the right number of SKUs to make a difference here, operationally and financially? Or is everything in place? Do you need some help there? So those are some of the areas, and it's thrilling to work on those. Really thrilling to leverage years of experience, both in tech and in cannabis in this industry.
I love that. So we're talking about operational excellence, advisory, as well as many other aspects of advisory that you touched on.
Critical.
Yeah. So where do we find you online or otherwise? If somebody wanted to get a hold of
Thank
you,
you.
other than seeing you on the speaking circuit,
Thank
where
you.
are everywhere.
See, I love the speaking circuit because
Yes.
I can share the screw-ups that I made or other people made and the wins and maybe make something happen to keep you from those same mistakes. Thank you for that. So I'm easy to reach on LinkedIn, Jeanne M. Sullivan. I'm easy to reach on my cell phone. I love a text. So that's easy. So find me on LinkedIn, and all the information's there, including that cell phone. Thank you for
Thank
today.
you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, there you have it, Rachel Wright here at CWB Expo in New York City with Jeanne Sullivan. Thank you.